you lived together during those 7 months? 7 months is a long time. What made you stay if you were sketchy and had red flags? They would speak about wanting to start a family.
Like, see, yeah, these are like good follow-up questions because yes, I'm like, okay, if this was something, especially like if these weird acts, these not illegal acts, I don't know if they're illegal acts, but like if these supposed acts and or like DV and or Jones was going on during this whole time, yeah, what would have made this hunt stay the whole entire time? Why did she choose like now I guess to like out these Jones instead of like during the time, which in itself, especially being a schlub tuber head out in the CDST, yeah, just willy-nilly dropping allegations. How is that gonna go for you without substantial proof? We'll just X Panda Ninja XXX, like we've been saying with the whole Corey Kenshin Jones. But yeah, that's not really gonna go well for you. But at the same time, I would also express the hun like if this was something that was giving you major red flags, even like this person is saying, and or like it's looking sketchy, you were unsure about things. Why keep yourself in that situation for that long, right? Like it's like that's what I'm saying. There's so many things to question about this. You already know what it is, baby. You seen talent thumbnail. It looks like we got some more mixy and messy Johns out in the CDST. And in specific, my second favorite YouTuber of all time, Torcus Thomas, but Faust. A little backstory. You already know how we get down. Of course, Trilly, Sloptuber, Sloppiest, we saw till we drop. So of course we're looking out on the old YouTube algorithm, Trilly King Grammar. But yo, I'm seeing that one of our glorious Slop Kings, Slop and Mule. You already know, should I love. We're definitely checking them out today. That's what the Jones is for. But of course, I'm seeing a video that Slop and Mule dropped saying Turkey Tom and new allegations. Oh, you already know how I was going down on that boy. Definitely had to check it out. But simply first, I mean, that leads off to the backstory. I'm seeing it Jones, and we got to check it out. I'm like, yo, I'm as clueless as y'all on this boy because you already know, especially if you've seen calendar year 2024. The allegations, yeah, whenever these Jones drop, like I said, mixy and messy as always. So, but first, before we get into that, John, you already know how we get down when we cover, of course, the allegations. And especially because, yo, this Turkey Thomas, yo, my second favorite YouTuber of all time. Trilly, are you going to be biased? Of course not, because two things with that, John. Of course, with allegations being dropped, of course, if you are levying hefty allegations, we talked about this hefty, especially in the Corey Kenshin allegations. Again, shout out Sloppy Meal again, dropping the good vids on that, John. We checked a bunch of them out. But yeah, when you're levying hefty allegations, of course, you would want some substantial proof or, you know, any type of evidence behind that boy. Because if not, then it does go towards the sides of defamation, slander, of course, spreading misinformation, and most definitely misconstruing the argument situations, whatever the means may be. But plus on top of that, of course, with this being Turkish Thomas, literally one of the heads that got me into the drama slops, making some of the best videos. You already know him, Pup Tutorial, whole heads in the CDST, John's alike. Yo, we gotta hold our content creators, especially if everyone's to the best standards, because yo, you're doing good works out here. So yo, you want them to keep doing good acts and all that type of beat. But anyway, super sidebar off of that. Yeah, obviously, again, like I just came off of saying with the first John, with hefty allegations levied, we definitely gotta check it out, see if there's any substantial Johns to this. Obviously, see the whole context, because that's a whole other thing with being objective, especially in argument situations. Allegations, things such like this, getting the full context to get to the full conclusions on the matter, or to be able to make the best conclusive thought to matters. Well, obviously that would be better. I mean, be the overall best. Making that after seeing everything. So with that, yes, Trilly does indeed have everything. Getting off of the backstory, we need to see what's going on with, of course, Trilly's second favorite YouTuber, Turcus Thomas, and how these supposed new allegations have dropped. So we ain't wasting no more time. Trilly talks everything. Trilly does indeed have everything every single time. And like I just said, let's see how the Torcus Thomas allegations have been released. Of course, like we said in our intro, you better shout out Level, one of our glorious slop kings, dropping the good schlops. Sloppy! Every single time. Sloppy Mule. Every time, baby. You better go for the love, baby. We got Torcus Thomas. Situation is insane. New allegations. Of course, if you guys want to watch OG, yo, I can't even grammar. Never beating those allegations, truly. No pun intended, but yeah, truly isn't beating the grammar Johns. But of course, if you guys want to watch the OG video, the OG slops, you already know by Slop and Mule, they obviously get your own opinions and conjecture, because one thing you do know, like we say in intro every time, Trilly does indeed yap everything. So obviously, if you do want that jump without the yap, you know where it's going to be at. Down in the description and first link, sure to love it. Of course, again, Slop and Mule. We love our glorious Slop Kings out in the CDST. And now let's see what's going on with these supposed new allegations with literally one of our favorite glorious Slop Kings. So let's get right into it. Facts.
Hello, my name is Tom, and today we're doing a question and answer video.
Well, Turkey Tom, there are definitely questions that people have for you now. Recently, the essay and commentary YouTube channel Turkey Tom received some serious accusations. This all started when Turkey Tom's ex, user Sacramento, decided to come out on Kiwi Farms to share some things about Turkey Tom. In today's video, we're going to be covering everything that's happened since that first Sacramento post, so without further ado, let's dive into the Turkey Tom accusations. Hi Kiwi people, I dated Tom for a few months after meeting him on Tinder. I'm not super into internet stuff and had no idea what Kiwi Farms was, but this page was always his #1 search
She's on KF off the rip.
Safari thing that popped up on his iPhone when he went to Google something. When I asked him about the website, he got super defensive and weird about it, so I obviously looked into it and found all this crazy shit, like him admitting to being bisexual, messaged the owner of the website, Joshua Moon, to get the code to post it. Basically, I started to get suspicious about all the e-girls he's followed, just interacted with, and he started raging at me. He also lied to me at first about the fact he does YouTube. He
Let me see. Make sure we're at the right part. He has a lot of me at first.
did some crazy shit, like he kicked holes in a wall at a house he was renting because some
Yo, what we got, like the mid shits? You know, Emmy was violent too. You know, she threw clothes and plushies at me, and in response, I punched holes in the drywall and broke the door off the hinges. But anyway, super sad by that.
girls who copies Belle Delphine got hacked, and the hacker was blackmailing him with his dick pics. He continued to talk with her after the fact. I have screenshots confirming all of this, attached a couple, but I think I have more. This guy's a real
Okay, so what this son is supposedly saying is that she would have some substantial proof. Okay.
freak and likes to record sexual encounters without asking first during almost every time, and for a fact he's done this to at least one other girl, serial gooner, and has flown out several e-girls to sleep with. He told me
No gooning.
he has a file on
But yet, stop gooning. Like the merch. But seriously.
his computer called Just In Case. There's basically voice memos or calls from his exes to blackmail them with in case they ever say something about him. Thought I would get the message out and confirm your suspicions. Also, if this gets out, to warn other young women in the Texas area about this dude. Attached to this was an image with Turkey Tom and this gal, and
Okay, so this, I guess so far, this would be her one, like, stamp of approval with the substantial proof. Because she said she had some other text messages, like, screenshots of those. But as far as we're concerned, like, right now, this is the one, bit of substantial proof or evidence she's showing that, like, she had taken a picture with Tom. So, okay.
then 2 screenshots of messages. Everything good? Tom puts, I don't know, I'll explain
Okay, and now these are the messages. All right.
later. It has nothing to do with you. Oh shit, scale of 1 to 10, how bad?
Okay, all right.
Very.
My bad. Let me put myself in the middle so we can see both of these shits. All right, go back.
Tom puts, I don't know, I'll explain later. It has nothing
Because she said everything good. I don't know. Explain later. It has nothing to do with you. Okay.
to do with you. Oh shit, scale of 1 to 10, how bad? Very. Oh, I'm so sorry. An ex of mine got hacked basically, and some stuff is probably going to be dropped online. Photos. They emailed my family. Oh, bruh, it's okay. Is it? I have no idea. This has never happened to me. Next screenshot starts with a blurred message that says, I'm glad you don't do that anymore.
Yep.
Well, lol, is she the one who looks like Belle Delphine? Yeah, lol, that's the one. Yeah. Do you think my type is Belle Delphine, Lamau? No, like emo hers of that nature. I prefer you just dress normal, to be honest. I don't want to be with them anymore. It's better this way. Yeah. This shit just kind of make me want to Anne Hero a little bit, but it's fine. I must count my blessings. What does that mean? For myself, not really, but like, damn, this is stressful and gay. User puts, I'm skeptical though.
Yeah, so far from these text messages, again, I'm not really seeing any Jones that super substantiate that he, again, was sending these Jones, but at the same time, again, they're going back and forth, but more or less we need more, again, substantial proof, like anything more than like these screenshots, because this is kind of John, again, I'm relating back. These are definitely like totally separate situations, but relating back with the Corey Kenshin allegations, again, like the Hun Miss Panda Ninja XXX, she dropped like the text message, the Discord message. There was also like the Xbox messages, but still, even to with the main thing that she was levying, like, yo, those substantial proof, the substantial evidence wasn't really backing the allegations that she was levying. So far, I wouldn't say it's like fully on that tip, but like, yeah.
Him being a literal mini Destiny is a bit on the nose. Sacramento responds by saying, I promise all of this is real, I can post more screenshots, but I'm a little scared of him coming after me because I'm a normal person, and here's just in case file. Sacramento then states, I'm not eligible.
I promise all this is real. I can post more screenshots, but I'm a little scared of him coming after me because I'm a normal person in his just in case file. Because already going back off of the him being a literal mini Destiny on the nose. Like, what the fuck? Because we had seen, like, if you haven't seen it in John, like, obviously Torkish Thomas, she did that, like, one stream, at least I can remember in my head, with Destiny, but obviously, with Destiny in his whole controversy, so, like, the whole Rose shit, obviously that does not mean, and funny enough, with some of that stuff coming out, like, with the Pixie stuff, too, like, Turkish Thomas was one of the only heads, what was her name? I forgot. That one Hun that was in Destiny's community, bro. Like, I remember he did. Oh yeah, not Saudi Arabia. I remember Turkey Time was like one of the heads that definitely did like the interviews and all that job. So I wouldn't say like, yo, he's a Destiny G boy, like how fucking
fuck it, I'm saying it.
Fucking Hassan will call any nigga that goes against him. But anyway, super sidebarring that. Getting back on to this. Yeah, I'm looking at this as far as like a just in case file. Like, what does that mean? Like, did he show this Hun he has a just in case file? And even on the regards of that, like what is the just in case file? Like, if we're going back on the tip of like, oh yeah, he was doing this with numerous girls and all that, well, Is there any more substantial evidence towards that? Because then that's the main thing, obviously, which would be levied against Turkish Thomas in this case, but like Turkey Tom, which would be boxing him. So yeah, in this case, hun, I would want to see more screenshots. Obviously, not in anything that's like super bad, but like yeah, we definitely would need more in this case.
But I'm a little scared of him coming after me because I'm a normal person, and here's just in case file. Sacramento then states, I'm not alleging anything illegal or saying it was revenge porn or anything. What I meant was he wouldn't ask before and proceed to take his phone out mid-activity to film. I sometimes would notice till like 15-30 seconds after he started filming. I have no idea if this is illegal or not, but yeah, he wouldn't ask before, reached...
Well, in the case, I guess it would be. If you're not consenting to it, then I guess in that case it would be.
Out to an ex-girlfriend of his, he would do the same thing to her. The blackmail he has on his computer is phone calls and texts, I believe. Most of them are from his ex-girlfriend named Kai. Here's a picture from when we matched on Tinder. Don't know the messages from when we matched anymore. User put, what is your main reason? Girlfriend named Kai. Here's a picture from when we matched on Tinder. Don't know the messages from when we matched anymore.
Again, hun, like, it's just going back on the factor, like, again, like, we're getting the quote-unquote substantial proof, substantial evidence, but, like, again, a match on Twitter, a screenshot like this is not going to do anything for me, especially when she just, again, it just came up as saying she's not alleging him of doing, like, revenge porn or, like, doing some jobs like that. But at the same time, if you're questioning if it's legal or not, but we already know, like, if you don't consent, like, you know, that's already off the bad means. But anyway, superficially, the things that are being, again, levied against Turkey Tom and this job, looking at what we have so far as a substantial proof being those text messages and then now this Tinder match, it's not really doing it for me.
User put, what is your main reason for posting to this thread? Why did you and Tom break up? Also, post more screenshots. The main reason I'm posting to this thread is to kind of warn people, mostly women, about this guy. The reason we broke up is actually because I mentioned this website to him and that I saw some crazy stuff about him online / his history with e-girls bothered me. Because about the Belle Delphine type girl who was hacked. I'm suspicious of cheating because he did not block her after the fact and apparently she was still talking to him. Starts with a slightly blurred message from Tom saying, turns out I can't do anything well. Is it like nudes? You can press charges. A lot more.
Okay, let me see. Okay, now I guess we're getting to something.
A message from Tom saying, turns out I can't do anything well. Is it like nudes? You can press charges.
Let me see. Let me read this shit in between. So I can't do anything. What would really put me on is that I spent a week painting the poker table on that side, using it as a beer dye table. Okay, it's nothing. This is cool. Is it like news or something? Like I just I can't even talk. Jeez. Like I just have to remember I'm a decently pretty girl with a good head on my shoulders and I have more life to live. And then like that was before this was obviously a response before that. Anyway, is this true? You can press charges.
A lot more, it'd be fine. I mean, I could figure out who he is. Yeah, it's like 7 pictures of me with my cow. Then get asked, very interesting.
Jesus Christ.
Did he happen to say anything notable to you after you did that? Anything about the reputation of the forum? Were you specifically the one to break things off, or was it Tom? Also, were you aware of Tom's internet presence before you started dating him, or did you find that out later? Sacramento in response said, like I said, he lied to me about who he was, but I figured out pretty quickly, like on our first date, lol. He said it was quite weird for a girl he's dating to look at a gossip website. Told me before I should never look him up online, lol. The breakup was kind of mutual, but also I sort of crashed out on him about his past with the e-girl stuff as a dick pic thing, so I understand it. He could probably use my mini crash out during and right after our breakup against me, but everything I said was truthful. Do you have any evidence he flew about e-girls to sleep with? Did he tell you?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, we just need more evidence on the heftier allegations being levied. Not to, like, again, disregard what this hun is saying, because, again, there's a whole John we say, especially off of Pokemon in her tweet, believe victims. But, like, seriously, though, of course, you want to hear, like, any hun story to any, like, victim, you know what I'm saying? And Johnny would hear the story, but obviously, at the end, with making a conclusion, especially on the hefty matters, bro, the hefty allegations. Like, yeah, you need more things to back this up. So, like, yeah, that's more or less the tip I'm on. Like, we just need, like, I guess a heftier John to truly, again, stamp in Tom and this, like, alleged hypothetical John, bro, to truly bring him to justice. Because so far off the text message and then, like, the Tinder match screenshot, like, yeah, I'm just here being like, not really doing nothing for me.
This, or did you discover this somehow? Was it during your relationship? Tell me this. It was before our relationship, like to my knowledge, not during. He was hella
So he said, she said.
Careful about text and stuff, but I reached out to one of his exes I knew he was with. She's like an ego type, and she confirmed. She has...
Is there any way to show her confirmation? Like, did she confirm this in a text or something like that? See, and that's what I'm saying, like.
More evidence than I do. Sent me pictures of her face.
Wait, she has more evidence than I do. Okay, again, not to disregard this specific hun, I believe, what's her name, Sacramento in this John, but then, can I talk to that hun?
Girly pop.
Like, girly pop. Can I talk to that girly pop? Because if she has more evidence, then I'd like to see that John. Because again, this would be more heftier Johns to really stamp in that Tom would need to be quote unquote brought to justice. In this case, right? But obviously, let's continue.
Being bruised after going to meet up with him. I'm denying the...
Wait. She sent me pictures of her face being bruised after going to meet up with him. that would, again, like, yo, not even on the worst means, but if you have a direct picture of this, that means is like almost a fully stamped in, well, not like fully, because again, there's a lot more things you would need to align for this, but that definitely puts more, like, you know what I'm saying, credence towards any, like, you know, obviously like sus behavior, any junks going on. But even still to that, that's an even whole separate thing, because we were still on the tip of like he's flying out these e-girls, and then apparently his Johns leaked, and now we're getting to like what, physical abuse. Yep. Oh boy.
And she confirmed she has more evidence than I do, sent me pictures of her face being bruised after going to meet up with him. I'm denying the old allegations because I'm in my early 20s. I've been in contact with the ex.
Okay, wait.
Pictures of her face being bruised after going to meet up with him. I'm denying the old allegations because I'm in my early 20s. Okay, and then the thing under this says, are you 37 dating Turkey Tom and you come to warn other women? Like, yo. What the fuck is going on? Okay. We gotta lock back in. So yes, this user on Kiwi Farm says to the Sacramento, this hun, are you 37 dating a Turkey Tom and you come to warn other women, quote unquote, right? And she says, I'm denying the old allegations because I'm in my early 20s. But then now I'm sitting here like we're on like damn near 3 different allegations now. So which one are the old ones? So like, what the fuck? All right. Allegations because I'm in my early 20s. I've been in contact with the ex since Tom and I broke up, yes. She's aware that I'm posting on here and actively trying to make an account to post on here as well. Give me permission to post this.
And is actively trying to make an account to post on here as well? Wait, why didn't... Okay. This is what I'm saying. Okay, if there's another hun, apparently, that, like, Tom supposedly has allegations with, like, allegedly, hypothetically, why is she going through you as a proxy? Like, again, this was a thing we were just saying off the court kitchen allegations with Mav. Why are some of these huns coming out through these heads as a proxy? Like, you could argue, like, okay, because of course these heads have a bigger platform, there's more reach for these allegations to get out. But then that's not something you could use here because this is a Kiwi Farms thread. So if anything, like, you would expect this hun Sacramento, like, especially if this other hun that has these, again, alleged hypothetical allegations with Tom, right? You should have been trying to have this hun be setting up like a Kiwi Farms through her Johns, especially if she has more of this like evidence, substantial proof than you do, hun. And so I'm like, fuck, bro, this shit, man, this is why 2024 was so fucking ass year of allegations. This bullshittery.
Screenshots. Her IG is Clayrox Katie.
Let me go back.
Actively trying to make an account to post on here in contact with the ex since Tom and I broke up, yes. She's aware that I'm posting on here and actively trying to make an account to post on here as well. Give me permission to post these screenshots. Her IG is Clayrox Katie.
Yeah, definitely butchered that.
After leaving
Clorox Katie
his house and flying back home, he had a big bruise. Attached was this image.
Okay, let me see. Okay, we have an image. Are we saying, is the bruise here? Are we assuming it's here? Or is it like, that's what I'm saying, twin of victim. So okay, I'm assuming this bruise she must be talking about must be here.
DMs with Tom, she gave me permission to post pretty flew e-girls out. Hope you have a good flight. Tell everyone on the plane.
Okay, let me see this. Okay, hold on.
And I said, hi, they know me. That's so true. And they were clap and cheer when they hear your name. Taking off.
Can we confirm that this is his Instagram? Hold on. Let me just look it up real quick. Let's say, what is search it? Tom, but dark. Okay. It's looking like real Instagram. Alright. Keep going.
I'm so excited, 9 hours.
Before I go back. Okay,
hey, they know me. That's so true. And they were clap and cheer when they hear your name. Taking off. I'm so excited, 9 hours. I know, so excited since the photo. Got kicked out FurryCon. That was security wanted to fight. So fast.
Security wanted to fight. Oh.
Holy shit. Nice leggings. Thank you. Yeah, they were insane. Did they already know who you were, or did they just get immediately mad when you said something crazy, lol? They told me I need 7 vaccines to be there, and I said, okay, I'll leave, and then didn't. No, they didn't. Bruh, that is retarded. 7? Gotcha. Yeah, best not to say anything. Let them speculate on what the truth may be. My lips are sealed. It's just about like me getting shit. I just don't want you ending up on Kiwi Farm pages. Lol, I don't think I will. That's not like those type of people. It's just locals talking shit to each other, so I'm not worried in that sense. They don't even know how forums work, lol. I'm sorry they DM'd you, they so was. It's all good, just wanted to know what's up, haha, but I'm fine. In the next screenshot, Tom sends details of the flight confirmation. Sending, because they gave confirmation code thing. Oh yeah, thank you. Also, how many days do I need to tell my boss I'll be disappearing for, lol? Oh, good question. I just got one something. How many days can you? Has he ever dated any of those age play
There we go. Okay, yeah, let me not block this show.
girls? I saw him follow a couple of
Okay, off of seeing that, I mean, it blurred out the flight thing. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, like, this part is obviously blurred out, so obviously we can't see no details specifically with this, so I'm a bit definitely shaky on this, John, because obviously having the, like, details of this flight to show, like, not even on the tip of, like, locations to docks, but, like, to really confirm this, John, like, is a real thing. You know what I mean? Obviously you want to see that, John, but I guess this adds more credence to the tip of like the allegation of that, like he's flying out e-girls or whatever, like allegedly, hypothetically. But at the same time, it definitely would be better to like actually see the screenshot. Okay, so let's keep going.
Oh, good question. I just got one. Something. How many days can you? Has he ever dated any of those age play girls? I saw him follow a couple a while ago. The girl he sent pics to and got hacked was an age play Belle Delphine type girl.
And is she in? No, the other girl is the Clark's Katie girl.
I sent the screenshots about the blackmailer guy here earlier. He told me he wanted to meet up with her, but was too weirded out and went back home. Her account has been posted in this thread before. I believe it's at Creepy Hoarder. And Sacramento, were you aware of who he was before you started dating? Did you screenshot your Tinder match? Like, what did his bio say about what he did for a living? Did he ever physically abuse you? He said he was a gooner. Was he a freak with specific kinks he wanted to live out with you? Did he have any real life friends he hung out with that knew about his behavior? I didn't connect the dots about who.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like more details on top of this, obviously, to see if there was like any signs or any more or less things that were pointing out that Tom would be allegedly hypothetically truly can grammar for shittily, like actually taking part in any of these actions or any signs to point that like any of these John would potentially gonna be going on.
He was till after. His bio was blank, might have said videographer. His Tinder profile was mostly just pictures of him flexing, usually his phone covering his face. I don't want to get into anything illegal, but during sex, he was very rough, would choke and hit me in the face. I don't think anyone he knew in real life knew about this. Is that where the bruise of the other girl came from? Yes, he could hit pretty hard. Sorry to hear that happened to you. Sounds like typical addicted gooner behavior though. Does he have porn addiction? Was he into harder stuff? And if yes, when did you find out about it? He told me he was an addict in the past, but quit a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I had to make sure I was at the right part there.
Oh, I believe he replaced his addiction with filming other women during sex because he was unable to entertain most of the time during sex, but only through watching the videos he would take. As soon as I confronted him about what I had seen about him online, he wasn't able to maintain an addiction, and I think sex is just a huge ego thing for him. Sacramento then confirms that they ended up dating for 7 months.
Again, like, hey, we're just going through, but without more screenshots, without more like evidence, like, yo, it's just hard to be like, okay, yeah, like, what, more credence, like, yo, this, that, and to like really stamp down, because like, again, at the end of the day, Jones could be all he said, she said, and then, especially to that too, we're seeing this motherfucker on Kiwi Farms. Instead of like, you know what I'm saying, like a fully like realized doc or like, you know what I'm saying, like something officially typed out or like, you know what I'm saying, a like Twitter thread, like how heads be dropping or any Jones like that. We're seeing this off a Kiwi Farm. Like this is really not helping the substantiality. But again, going back, we'll keep going through.
Wasn't able to maintain an addiction, and I think sex is just a huge ego thing for him. Sacramento then confirms that they ended up dating for 7 months. People then started to bring.
Let me go back.
And I think sex is just a huge ego thing for him. Sacramento.
Yeah, I wanted to read the post under. Okay, hold on. So let me get this straight. This guy likes to sleep around and browse Kiwi Farm. Some random chick he banged off Tinder is mad he wasn't looking for anything serious. Lol, we dated for like 7 months. I met his family. My thing, okay, there's like so many things being levied here. There's like the allegation obviously levied that like Thomas, again, flying out some of these like Bella Delphine e-girl types, right? Is the factor that, okay, he might be hypothetically, allegedly, like, fucking physically abusive. It might be a fucking, like, gooner addict, bro, straight porn addict, bro. Apparently, he can't get it up, bro. There's so many things that need to be substantiated here. And apparently, there's now other Huns, like, apparently this Clorox Katie Hun, or, like, maybe that's the name. No, Clorox Katie is the other Hun, because, yeah, this first Hun is Sacramento, right? Now we have another Hun that's apparently had other associations or, like, other allegations with Turkey Tom that has more evidence, but she's creating her Kiwi Farms account and all this type of beat to drop them Johns, even though if we're levying hefty allegations, the one thing I say all the time is that you most definitely should have your whole entire story collected, have your substantial proof and all that definitely condensed all into one source, because multiple reasons. One, if you're levying these out, obviously you want to have as much information, even like backwards on covering context, but within like the ones being levying it, you want to have the most context as possible. You want to make it understandable as possible, easiest to convey, like easiest way for people to see this John. And again, yeah, I don't know how many times I have to keep saying this, but yeah, a lot of these Johns is like, is randomly out of order, sparse here, sparse there. Then we're looking through at the certain screenshots, like the one screenshot of the apparent bruise, which you can kind of see out in the area. Like, hold on, let me go back to it. Where are we at? 705. Let me. Where'd it go? I just seen this John. There's no way he's not here. Hold on, I guess we're scrolling through. Am I serious? Okay, I guess we're going through like this. Yo, am I tripping? The screenshot's not here? Okay, I gotta start writing timestamps for a literal individual video. Okay, that's great. Like, that's wonderful. It's gotta be before this, right?
That is... So everyone on the plane to this image.
There we go. Okay, and then yeah, we have like this thing right here with the supposed bruise that this one hun got, like allegedly, hypothetically, like that she apparently got from Tom. Like there are so many things being levied here all at the same time without any well, there would be hypothetically, allegedly major things, like major heftily like levied allegations, but like with nothing that's superficially like stamping in any individual one of these things being levied against Tom. So like that's really making it a point here. Hold on, let me go back to where we were. What do you say, like 720 or something like that? Yeah.
Can you please provide proof of the creepy hoarder? It's just a huge ego thing for him.
Yeah.
Sacramento then confirms that
And we're back here. Okay, yeah.
He ended up dating for 7 months. People then started to bring up the creepy hoarder person that was mentioned earlier.
Let me go back. Wait, is he gonna
And
show
actually
this?
divulge into what this creepy hoarder person is known for.
Okay.
Can you please provide proof of the abuse allegations? The allegations are said impropriety, etc. I don't think it's hard of an ask.
Yes, like this is legitimately where I am at. Like I just need more substantial proof, more evidence for this, John, because again, we're getting a lot of things levied, but I'm not seeing that much like substantial proof and evidence to go alongside it. Because again, like I said, there's a flying girl south, there's the the ultimate fucking gooning lord shit. There's apparently like physical abuse and or sexual abuse, all this shit like and or allegedly, hypothetically, because again, we gotta keep saying that shit, bruh. Like there's so many things being levied here, but again, there is not enough like to balance it out, equilibrium, like enough proof to be associated with things, the things being levied, the allegations being shown. So I do agree with this person. Who is this? Dyer Cox. Excellent one, brother. But I do agree with you, man. Like, yeah, we're gonna definitely need to see like more proof going alongside this.
It's hard because he's very careful about what he said over text. And again, I'm not alleging anything illegal, just that he would hit and choke because he was super gooner. Sort of normalized in my head.
So then again, that confuses me because you're not alleging anything illegal, which even goes back to another thing, which was like the unconsensual recording, which he didn't say that's illegal either. But if you're not consenting to this and you're realizing he's doing this, John, well then that's like a whole nother thing in itself being levied. So now we're back here again at, okay, again, I'm not alleging anything illegal, just that he would hit and choke because he was a super gooner. So then there's really the dichotomy here between, okay, like, is this a thing of like when these alleged hypothetical matters of intercourse shit happening, was this like something where you did not like this, you think this is too much, or like you just thought like this is okay, but like it was still fine? Like I'm like, see, this is where I'm like super lost at with these jumps being dropped. And again, like I just said it earlier, like things being conveyed, because this just gets me like super lost into, you're not alleging anything illegal, but you are dropping allegations to where obviously you'd want to out Tom, not in a, like, and again, not, well, I can't even say it. I can be not in a sense of like, oh my God, to ruin his John. But at the same time, like if you want this out there, especially because the one John this Hunt said was to warn other women, then you would be assuming he's doing things that are not right, that I would assume are probably not legal in some senses, especially again, like the one thing she was saying, like with the unconsensual recording, like that would just be off base. So that's what I'm saying. I'm confused on how this Hunt is levying this out, like how she's like really going about this. It's just not adding up to me.
But it's definitely not okay to do that. All the proof is in those videos he had.
Let me see.
Hit and choke because he was super gooner. Sort of normalized in my hair, but it's definitely not okay to do that. All the proof is in those videos he had. Refused to send me or ignore the question when I asked. Katie told me that the picture of the bruise was due to injuries from sex, which I believe because he would slap both of us. I'm really sorry, guys. Did you live together during those 7 months? 7 months is a long time. What made you stay if you were sketchy and had red flags? Did we speak about wanting to start a family?
Like, see, yeah, these are like good follow-up questions because yes, I'm like, okay, if this was something, especially like if these weird acts, these not illegal acts, I don't know if they're illegal acts, but like if these supposed acts and or like DV and or Jones was going on during this whole time, yeah, what would have made this Hunt stay the whole entire time? Why did she choose like now, I guess, to like out these Jones instead of like during the time, which in itself, especially being I schlop to head out in the CDST, yeah, just willy-nilly dropping allegations. How is that gonna go for you without substantial proof? We'll just X Panda Ninja XXX, like we've been saying with the whole Corey Kenshin Johns. But yeah, that's not really going to go well for you. But at the same time, I would also express the Hun, like, if this was something I was giving you major red flags, even like this person is saying, and or like it's looking sketchy, you were unsure about things, why keep yourself in that situation for that long? All right? Like, it's, like, that's what I'm saying. There's so many things to question about this.
No, we didn't. We would only see each other like once a week. He was usually pretty nice, but sometimes would say stuff that made me question his intentions. Would buy me a lot of stuff and take me to nice places. Said he wanted to marry me and start a family, but as soon as I started getting sus, it's like a switch flip. Sacramento Wednesday.
Wait, as soon as I started getting sus, it's like a switch flip? So, So I'm assuming in basis on like as soon as you started getting sus of him, so like giving off signs like you were kind of skeptical of him, that's when he like allegedly would have like flipped or switched. Okay. Because I'm like, wait, hold on. How would that, like, did this son go crazy? No, I was just nearby wrong.
Stuff and take me to nice places. Then he wanted to marry me and start a family, but as soon as I started getting sus, it's like a switch flip. Sacramento then states, and I want to confirm that Kai cheating on him with Liam is 100% real, and Tom moved in with her after the fact. The girl really effed him up and would still seethe about it during our relationship. For those of you who might not know, Kai was Turkey Tom's ex-girlfriend, and Liam is referring to the commentary YouTuber Lyrics or the music
Lyrics. Oh, man.
YouTuber Liam Donovan. Was he ever insecure and controlling about who you talk to because of this? No, it was almost...
Oh, yeah, when Puppeteer be talking about lyrics. You are. At least not URR for this, but like, yo, holy fuck, whenever Puppeteer be talking about lyrics or Bobby or some shit. All right, super sidebar aside. Okay, back to it.
It's like the opposite, like he didn't even care if I went out.
All right, hold on.
Liam Donovan. Was he ever insecure and controlling about who you talk to because of this? No, it was almost like the opposite, like he didn't even care if I went out to a bar or anything, but yeah, his feelings about his ex I think contribute to a lot to his behaviour. How long ago did you date? How long
Yeah, we not block this, hold on.
ago was the stuff with Katie and the Age Player gal? We dated from May 2025 to the beginning of this month. Katie and the Age Player was in 2024. And Sacramento, did he ever try to impose his
Okay.
style on you, like buy new clothes that she would wear or ask you to change how you wear your makeup? You mentioned about being surprised about him being bi. Do you know if any of the e-girls he flew out were not actually girls? No, he would actually...
Oh, man. What were we saying? Turkey Tom went east?
Tell me he liked that I look normal and he was done with the BPD types. I think one of the screenshots of our messages had him saying something like that. I've no idea about the gender of the e-girls. I'm pretty sure they were all women to my knowledge. Another thing to add, during one of our first dates, he told me that I looked like I was around 15, told Katie the same thing. Sacramento then responds to something that is irrelevant to the story. Sacramento then adds the context of...
I don't want to read that. Hold up. Jeez.
15, told Katie the same thing. Sacramento then responds...
Let me see. Black Touch John. Did Tom ever gossip about any of his YouTube friends behind their backs to you or anything like that? Do you remember? No, not really, but he told me a lot of YouTube people are fake. He was on Discord like 24/7. Okay, yeah, it's relevant.
So something that is irrelevant to the story. Sacramento then adds the context of that whole 15 thing by saying, context was that I told him he looked older than his age. In response, he said, I look 15 to 16 because it's hard to tell of the ages of 15 to 23. This might be too personal, but text about being hurt and bleeding after sex. I really don't have much evidence because he was so careful and told me all of this was normal.
Yeah, then this is, like, I would say just on base level, hun, this is something that we couldn't take that serious. If you don't have, like, any evidence for this, this is a direct, like, well, not he said, she said, but this would be a direct she said.
Sacramento then attaches 2 screenshots of a set of messages. Was this due to him being either uncaring or aggressive during...
Let me see. I'll read this
personal, but text about being hurt and bleeding after sex. I really don't have much evidence because he was so careful and told me all of this was normal. Sacramento...
Let me see, okay. From Tom's side. Like, we don't need to do it 3 times, you know, and I'm assuming he mean one day, crying emoji, or do it so hard I hurt and bleed. Well, if you don't want to have sex, we don't gotta. We can do other things. Okay, I like doing other things too.
Then attaches 2 screenshots of...
Let me see, alright. They're dating. The lobster pinches will go crazy. React to laughing to the lobster pinches go crazy. Are you still thinking about coming over here over the weekend, or should we wait? For now, it depends on how much I can get done Thursday and Friday. Gotta make sure I'm not falling off. Okay, I need to block this down. Okay, makes sense. I don't know why I thought you were conservative. It doesn't really matter. Also, I did bleed again. I'm thinking I need to get this checked out.
A set of messages. Was this due to him being...
Alright, let me move myself over. Say no more.
Either uncaring or aggressive during sex, or this is a health issue you had? I've no health issue that I know of. Never bled sex before. It was the aggression. Just gave into it after a while and told him I liked it, but I bled after almost every single time. Did he
Sheesh, but again, yeah. This he said, she said.
ever give you any sort of aftercare, or did he just expect you to get over it yourself? Would just go on his phone or Discord after literally choking, hitting, and making me bleed, lol. I had to teach him to be nice after. This was an issue at the beginning. I believe the bleeding was caused because he would basically just bend me over and choke me and stick his into me, basically.
Oh boy.
Katie did the same story. Reaching out to me has been helpful in understanding how bad this already was, because I only had told my roommate after one time that was pretty rough.
But again, this hun said earlier that like the Clorox Katie girl, she was gonna start a kiwi farms and like drop evidence. Like she had some more evidence, or at least this hun had more jumps to corroborate what's being levied against Turkey Tom. Is she gonna make a kiwi farms? Because again, like going through all this, obviously it sounds terrible, like hearing all this, but still, you would need some more substantial evidence, or at least more things. Again, like to what's the word? Corroborate, yeah, to corroborate what is being levied, to corroborate what is being said about Turkey Tom. So like, if that hun has more evidence, like yo, severely at this point too, if this is what's being alleged, too, which is fucking insane. Yeah, we would definitely want to see that more like substantial proof for any more evidence being allocated with this John, because yeah, it's getting crazy now, as you can see.
Our individual that was mentioned by Sacramento earlier then made an account and decided to start posting. I finally made an account. Yes, Tom is extremely
Okay, so this is her. Okay, well, guess my prayers were answered.
harsh during sex. I've been down the kink road in my life, and how he acts is just actually evil and almost sadistic. Not even kinked up, just actually a Patrick Bateman type gooner. First girl already posted some of my screenshots, but if anyone has any questions or wants specific proof, I'll try and see if I can answer. Using the Sacramento as Tom attempted to reach out to you all since you registered and first posted. I told him I was considering reaching out to law enforcement, just telling people about everything that went down, and then I blocked him after listing out every single thing he did wrong, because I know he will send my text to his lawyer. The Left 4 Dead person then follows up by saying he also said how it was awesome, I looked like a little girl the first time he told me he was excited to learn I had BPD, shut the fuck up, because girls with it love harder, lol, so weird. Someone puts, preferably you should drop everything you have on him. Left 4 Dead responds by saying,
that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, especially expressly at this point, after they're on Kiwi Farms already levying all these Johns on Turkey Time, like, you've already pushed the meter past, like, the point of no return. So, like, every bit of evidence, want to see that boy. Every bit of evidence you got, want to see that boy. Because, again, if it is not substantiating a lot of this, whoo boy, let me tell you.
I gotta upload everything from my phone to my PC. I got a crazy audio of him saying he wants to knife me, which for sure think he was actually saying that as like negative Riz, but actually insane to use that as Riz. What made you turn on him? Obviously he's done some shit, but what moment was it that made you decide F this?
Yeah, that's an excellent question too, because yeah, like what would be the turning point where you're like, okay, yeah, even like this is I'm assuming the Katie Clark sign. So even coming from the other hunt Sacramento, like what would be the turning point for her too? Because they had dated for 7 months. Like that's what I want to know. Like what John finally caused you to be like, all right, this relationship or like this association I have with Tom, allegedly, hypothetically, yeah, this John has got to be done. Like, yeah, this fool, he's cut out. Like, that is definitely some John I would want to know.
I just thought he was a cringe F-slur who Def was going to beat me later if I stayed around. We needed a 2-month fling because even my insane ass was scared of how he acted, and he was also just stupid. I hated conversation with him. What specifically did he do, and what proof do you have?
Yep. Welper helper, you sure are helping out, brother, because yes, what specifically did he do and what proof did you have is a question that I've been asking this whole time.
He was just extremely weird to me and also evil as F during sex.
But like, is there anything more to substantiate this hunt? See, that's the question. Like, that's the question we gotta just keep asking.
Again, I only had a small fling with him and I would have to fly out to see him, so luckily I didn't witness a lot, but enough to
that does not help your case at all, hon. I didn't witness a lot. Like, obviously, that's, like, not the full end-all, be-all, because, duh, like, there's other forms of proof. But, like, if we're, like, basically admitting there's not a lot I had seen, or there's basically not a lot that I can show, like... like...
tell you guys and also help add validity to her statements. Also random audio recordings and every DM and text. They then also confirmed that they didn't actually get flown out by Tom and they had to...
He wasn't... Wait. He wasn't paying for your flights? No, he was, lol.
Pay for their own flights. I'm turning on my old phone now to grab the videos and I'll post whatever I think is even semi-relevant. Sacramento then get asked, mentioned...
Let me go back. What was the response to that?
I'm turning on my old...
yeah. Is there anything particularly interesting or damning you'd like to share from them? Is there? I'd love to see them at this point. I'm like, oh my gosh. No.
phone now to grab the videos and I'll
and then yeah, this is
post whatever I think is even semi-relevant. Sacramento then get asked, mentioned a just in case folder. Can you confirm?
Yes, I said this down too. Like, just in case folder. What did that mean though? And does he like act like again, allegedly, hypothetically, is this a thing that actually exists? Because that would be something again to corroborate these hefty allegations being levied towards Turkey Tom. Like, yo, is that a real John?
To corroborate what would be in that folder.
Corroborate, literally what I'm saying.
Do you know if anything related to you is in that folder and what type of material is in it? No clue. He told me it was a phone call / text from his ex Kai. I'm probably in there too now. Might be other stuff as well.
What do we mean? I'm probably in there too. What? Wait, what? Okay, wait. What? Okay. We have to go back. Can I like specifically find that part where she said that too? Like, hold on. I have to go back to this because this is crazy right now. Not even match anymore. Like computer. No. I need to see that just in case thing, bro. Katie Clorox. Yeah, her IG. Find back on. Oh wait. Okay. Oh, just off base. I want to go back to this. Hold on. Not that one. Yes. Okay. Katie Clorox, I'm assuming is the Left 4 Dead hunt that we were looking at right now. And this is coming from Sacramento. Her IG is Clorox Katie. After leaving his house and flying back home, had a big bruise. We were just now seeing that. Like, hold on. Where was the plane thing? Where's that?
My old phone now to grab the spray what would be in that folder, and do you know if anything related to you? Sacramento then get asked, mentioned ages. I'm turning on my old phone now to
Nah, not that. I want to see the plane.
conversation with him. Was a 2-month fling because even my insane ass was scared of how he acted, and he was also just stupid. I hated conversation with him. What specifically did he do, and what proof do you have? He was just extremely weird to me, and also evil as
Come on.
But enough. They then also help add validity to her statements. Also random audio recordings in every DM and text. They now to grab the videos and
Yeah, no, I want to see
post
this.
folder, and do you know it's semi-relevant? Sacramento, and they had to pay for their own flight.
Yes, this. I was about to say, God damn it, like I gotta specifically go through this shit. Yeah, he wasn't paying. Someone says he wasn't paying for your flights, and then she says no, he was. But again, like where's the substantiation for that? And again, we were just looking through on the other John, bro, with the supposed flight thing I was sending to John, but that's blurred out. So, like, yeah, I'm just still sitting here like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just.
I'm turning on my old phone now to corroborate what would be in that folder. Kai, I'm probably in there too to use in that folder and what.
Okay,
Never did then actually goes on to.
Now we were past this, but I'll just go back to this.
No clue. He told me it was a phone call /
But yeah, that's a whole nother thing too. So Sacramento's mentioning the let me see. Wait, what? This is Sacramento. What the hell? No clue. You told me it wasn't. Okay. So now. So Sacramento says it's a just in case folder. But now she's coming back around saying that she has no clue if there's a just in case folder. She's just saying it was phone calls and text messages from the ex, which is supposedly Kai. And in there, like, it's supposedly there's stuff of like Sacramento in there. And then now we're saying there might be other stuff in there. So like what? From the Left 4 Dead hunt or the Clorox Katie hunt? Like, this is what I'm saying. We can't be saying might, probably. That's not gonna work here, hun. With not even some of these, with these hefty as fuck allegations that are being levied against Turkey Tom, like, yo, probably and might is not gonna work. Like, we need more confirmation on this because, again, like I say all the time, if there's no substantial proof, no evidence behind it, this John could be defamation, slander, misinformation, obviously misconstruing everything that happened. But better yet to that, like, yo, if this John truly is defamation or slander, like, yo, this is just gonna ruin Turkey Tom's career, ruin his life and all that, boy. So this is why when coming in and levying allegations, you want everything, like I said again earlier, easily conveyable, easily understandable, all condensed, like, so heads can see everything, all the context, all the details that you have, like. I'll go to needless to say, at least for the condensed and easily conveyable, this ain't that.
Text from his ex Kai. I'm probably in there too now. Might be other stuff as well. Never did then actually goes on to explain how they met Tom in the first place. I'd already followed him because I watched his YouTube.
My bad. Stay hydrated. Anyway, how did you guys meet? Did he initiate contact with you, vice versa?
Then when him and Kai broke up, he immediately DM'd me on Instagram and followed me. He also told me I look like Kai, and he has some weird issues relating to her because he still has all her clothes, even after moving multiple times since they broke up. Left 4 Dead then states the last time they saw him, he had ringworm and he...
At least so far, no smell problems were reported. No, he def smelled. Also, last time I saw him, he had fucking ringworm. I guess we're on a soy dubs timing.
I just want to ask him if you've always been shitting your pants.
No.
Because since I've known you, you've always had, like, IBS. You've always been shitting yourself.
Yeah, well.
Stinky. But yeah, again, this is he said, she said.
Smell bad. Left 4 Dead then ends up posting 2 videos with this caption. Here you go, videos of him talking about holding me down and hurting my arms and me running away. Also, night. Ignore how awkward I sound, guys. Imagine being on the phone with him.
Let me turn this shit up. Turn this up on the maxer.
Awkward I sound, guys. Imagine being on the phone with him.
True. True, actually.
Why the fuck am I moving closer to this like I'm gonna hear it better and I don't have on headphones?
True.
Hold on.
I sound, guys. Imagine being on the phone with him.
This shit's not funny. Yeah, I hear him. He says, I'm a big fan of night rape. And I'm got this whole night rape. I can hear this shit.
Imagine being on the phone with him.
Yeah, I'm a fan of night rape. After a long day of work, a little night rape. Yeah.
True. True, actually true. Okay, yeah, you're too strong sometimes. My little noodle arms, I thought my arms were gonna break at one point. True. So true.
It's so nice though. It's like you're like small, petite, and I'm like big and strong. It's like really nice stuff.
True. It's like a match made in heaven.
It is. You have like small tits and I have a big dick. It's like perfect.
True.
Yeah, this shit is painful.
It's like the ideal thing with my thing.
I'm still shocked that you like my boobs.
But fucking, you feel like when I imagine fucking the elf girl from Game of Thrones would be like.
So true. Oh my god. Oh my god. What's the Skins quote? She's like a fairy on acid. The show Skins, the show about the British show about
Left 4 Dead then says the
Okay, yeah, let me go back to normal volume now. Hold on. 60. We have like what, 62, 63, 64. Yeah, word. Going off of this, should I read this first or just comment on that video? Going off of this, okay. I don't even know where to start. Like, legitimately, I don't even know where to start. Like, do I think off of this video that, like, yo, Turkey Tom, off the basis of, like, allegedly, hypothetically, that, like, yo, this is more incentive, like, on him being on the timing of, like, oh my god, forceful gooner, all this different shit. Like, it sounds like within the context of this situation, it sounds like, again, reading back to another situation, the Corey Kenshin Johns, there was a one video of the Panda Ninja XXX and Corey, where, like, Corey's saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna do things in your sleep, yada yada, this, that, and the third. But you could clearly see that they're like joking around, laughing together. And it kind of seems like the same context in this video that was shown right here. Like, maybe Trilly chill out, Trilly the fucking dumbass, but like it really does sound like this John 1-to-1. Because if this Hun was truly uncomfortable, like why even entertain this conversation? You'd be like, yo, what the fuck? And again, I could also realize the factor of like, oh, well, yeah, you don't want to make things awkward, super awkward and all that. But like, bro, if you truly are feeling like, yo, this is some mixy shit, some weird shit, like at some points, bro, we gotta realize, yeah, shit gonna have to get awkward, bro. That's tough. Like, yo, because like, what the fuck? Like, if you're truly uncomfortable, you gotta make that shit known because at the end of the day, like, yo, I'm not gonna tell you to fucking put yourself in uncomfortable situations and just fuck it. Like, like just go through it. Obviously not. So that's where I'm just really like kind of staying offish on this vid because what is this vid now supposed to really imply? Like shouldn't be saying. But anyway, let me go back before we.
The show Skins, the show about the British show about
Left 4 Dead then says the reason why there was recording of this in the first place was because their friend thought they were a victim from the jump.
Okay, well let me read this whole shit still.
Like Left 4 Dead.
My best friend was at my house and thought I was a victim from the jump. He was saying similar stuff all calls, so she started recording. At the end of the night rape, you can barely hear her whisper, "You a victim." Well, agree. I was only playing along because I don't know what else to say. I would have. Hang up the phone. Why are you still talking to the nigga? Like, yo, it just on base. Like, just on base. I'm like, yeah, just hang up on this nigga. Anyway, also I talked to him because both email with similar interests. I thought, well, that's again great, Hun, but I'm sure there's other heads out there in this hype. Like again, if we're on the tip of like hypothetically, allegedly, Turkey Tom is like a bad guy in a sense. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's other bros out there too that have email similar interests. Talk to those niggas, not this nigga who you think is a weirdo. That's why I'm like, who are already or at least getting signs you think is a weirdo, and then your girly pop, like your other, the other Hun over there is saying like you're a victim of shit. Like, why even keep playing along? Like, you're putting yourself in bad scenarios in that case. But even sidebar back, let's keep on a hypothetical alleged Turkey Tom's a bad guy. Let's stay on this beat. With similar interests, I thought turns out we had nothing in common, and he listened to bad emo music. Well, then that would just give you even more. That would get more cringe. What I earlier just said. Okay, so you're realizing you got really nothing in common, and then now the nigga's weirdo. Like, well, why the fuck are we talking to this nigga? The fuck. Also, only involved with Jet Black. Wait. Also, what the fuck? Grammar. Damn it. Also, was only involved with Jet stuff because I don't know. I'm a hot girl online who's in the same evil sphere, so tend to orbit me. What the fuck does that mean? Like, what? Okay. Abai exposed Jet on my behalf, a little over bitterness. I didn't even know who Ellie was or a whole drama there. I guess I accidentally opened that whole wormhole. I'm gonna be honest, from this obby shit down, I have no fucking idea what this one is talking about.
Ed then says the reason why there was recording of this in the first place was because their friend thought they were a victim from the jump. Besides the gameplay bullshit, can you tell us about any weird shit he's also into? She dated him longer, so she might have more insight lore, but to me, it was just weird C and CS shit, forced play again into small girls, and damn near age play. He would just talk about rape a lot. Sacramento then says that Tom was quite a messy person. Sacramento, that's bad.
Go back.
Damn near age play. He would just talk about rape a lot. Sacramento.
What did Tom's living space look like? What is messy? Did he have empty cans and boxes everywhere? Did he own anything weird? Let me see. He had piles of dirty zins. Wait, yeah, I was right. He had piles of dirty zins piled up like the little volcanoes. Yes, empty cans and bottles everywhere.
So then says that
totally saying like he's like a neat and he's like an incel, like he's living like Asmongold or some shit. Like what was that?
Tom was quite a messy person. Sacramento, that's battery in a league without consent.
Yeah.
Then only implying it was consensual. She should report him to the police if she suffered bodily.
And this is a whole nother thing. And again, too, like that's where I'm like so confused with like not only this hunt Sacramento, but I guess this hunt Clady Clorox or Left 4 Dead, however, because with some of these things, like especially with the hunt like Sacramento, who is the one on screen right now, but she was saying like I don't know if these things are illegal, but at the same time, like it seems like, especially again going back to that thing she was saying earlier with like apparently Tom was taking like these videos 15-30 seconds before, like that's not consensual. Clearly we're not okay with that. So then like this is where I'm like I'm lost. Like where my god, this shit's like actually getting me mad because we have a whole bunch, again, a fuck load of things now levied with barely any substantial proof. And then, like, again, one of the best pieces of substantial proof we just got was that video, but now Hun just literally admitted to us that, like, yeah, she just kept going on entertaining this shit because fuck it. Like literally, not like she said exactly fuck it, but this is, like, basically how she's responding. Like, oh, yeah, I just went along with it because why not? Like, yeah. At the end of the night rape, you can barely hear her whisper, you a victim, lol. I agree. I was only playing along because I don't know what else to say. Hang up on that nigga. Stop talking to that nigga. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, I'm sorry. Like, yo, not on the victim blame tip because, again, even going with this, yo, we will hear out all stories from all potential victims and all this shit. But, yo, these things are just not cooperating. Like, it's just not making sense to me. Like, I don't understand. Like, if you're getting weird vibes, you're already feeling uncomfortable, and your homegirl, your girly pop, saying you a victim, she started recording because you agree. Why are you still even entertaining this nigga? You hanging up on that nigga, blocking that nigga, fuck. I'm like, yo, he on weird time. This nigga talk about night rape and shit. Like, again, going to alleged hypothetical like Turkey Tom's like this really heavily like bad guy. Like, what? Nah, bro, we not associating with this nigga no more. So I'm like, I'm just fucking lost in that tip. Like, it just doesn't make no sense to me. Like, anyway, go back.
Is that Tom was quite a messy person. Sacramento, that's battery.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we were right here.
Illegal without consent, only implying it was consensual. She should report him to the police if she suffered bodily harm. Sacramento then states, he would hit and choke without ever asking me if it was okay, and yeah, I'm thinking about it. Probably going to be one of my last posts on here, when more shit eventually comes out about him. Just know I warned you. After all of this, commentary YouTuber...
Well, again, I would just need to see that more evidence, that more stuff.
Aiden Underground or Aiden Projects also leaked that Turkey Tom's ex-partner, Kai, was into age play. Larry's confided me in like 2 years.
Yeah, let me see that.
Projects also leaked that Turkey Tom's ex-partner, Kai, was...
Fuck it, dude. I'm leaking Kai's into age play. Larry's told me when he first broke up with her, and this is from Aiden Underground.
Into age play. Larry's confided me in like 2 years ago at this point that Kai likes to pretend to be a little girl and did this with Tom. That's why I went so insane when Larry got back After all this as well, Nicholas Durio, one of the hosts of Half-Baked...
Hey! Nick Pope said Nicholas Durio. You already know.
With
Better praise the Pope.
Turkey Tom ended up stating that Half-Baked will be going on a bit of a hiatus.
Oh, is that it? That was the only thing?
Ended up stating...
Oh, just to be clear, I have seen literally nothing of what's occurred tonight, but my understanding is that Half-Baked is on hiatus for a little while, so we will see in the next couple of days where that goes.
That Half-Baked will be going on a bit of a hiatus.
I'm about to say, this John just muted? I don't know, yo, we lost Slop and Mule, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie.
I'd personally like to see a lot more...
Oh, shit. Oh, he's back. Okay.
I'd personally like to see a lot more evidence being posted to back up some of these claims, but that...
Approved.
Are claims here that don't look too good for Turkey Tom.
I could agree with that. Like some Johns, like especially like the flight John, like again, if we see the full message, like if we see the full like undoctored, I guess you could say like not like doctored like it's fake, but like the whole like uncensored screenshot, also not on a doxing tip, because obviously that would really help substantiate in like, oh yeah, he's allegedly flying these girls out or whatever, and then expressly getting into like the meat and potatoes as we got more into the vid, obviously by Slop Mule. But like these hefty allegations like Turkey Tom, yo, in bed, it might be getting a little unconsensual, a little fucking crazy, you know what I mean? Like, yo, we definitely need to see more like hefty beats on that.
And as well seem a bit far-fetched, especially the ones without a lot of evidence that are actually backing them up in the first place, and I do think there are probably some details missing, and that's why waiting for Turkey Tom's response and any other claims and
Well, of course, now we would have to hear like Torcus Thomas's response from this John, yeah, for sure, like that's not even a doubt.
evidence that will be coming out over the next couple of weeks most likely is important. But on that, I'm very interested to see where the situation goes, and don't forget everybody to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to keep updated with the situation. As more details come out about this story and Turkey Tom inevitably ends up responding, I will be covering it all here on this YouTube channel. But I'm your host Samuel, you've been watching Slop Mule, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.
Yep, you already know. Like we say every single time, you better shout out love. With Slop Mule. Hefty on that boy, of course, that was
Here on this YouTube channel.
Turkey Tom's situation is insane. New allegations. Of course, like I be saying every single time, because again, Trilly sure does. Yep, everything indeed. You already know. The OG video will be down in the description. First link, sure to love it, of course. Said name, Slop Mule, one of our glorious Slop Kings on the CDST. But yeah, final opinions and conjecture. Holy fuck, is this a hefty matter? Yeah, a lot of shit to go through. Okay, so multiple things, multiple just like superficially like things just being levied here. One, that apparently, hypothetically, allegedly with all this, that Turkey Tom is apparently flying out these e-girls and things as such like that, so that's looking crazy. There's also the allegation that apparently he's unconsensually recording. There's also the allegation that apparently he's doing a bit too much forceful interaction during the intercourse, so we have that as well. We have, I don't even really know what's being levied off of the video, that like, I guess, serial gooner, some weird shit going on, rhetoric not looking good. Yeah. We got a whole bunch of Johns levied here. Now, within all the Johns being levied, yeah, that's where the basis comes in, because like I said this whole time, to balance things, to balance all of these things out, obviously you'd want to see some more, not even just balance them out too, but to superficially think like within the specific allegation themselves, to want to bring Turkey Tom to justice, and, you know, allegedly, hypothetically for this, right? Yeah. The substantial proof provided for some of these, some go better, even like somebody was saying, some definitely go better to corroborate what's being said, and some literally just don't even have evidence. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. But again, the things like Turkey Tom was supposedly flying some of these huns out, again, we have those text messages and like that screenshot that was blurred, so I guess that gives more credence to that, so that's definitely something I could say for Tom. Bit questionable there. Now, the whole things of the intercourse in bed, that's a he said, she said. Obviously, we're gonna need Tom's conjecture on that for sure. Like that's not a Slim John where we could just immediately be like, yo, stamped in, he's done. Like he's completely like just boxed, or he's completely innocent, because again, that's just off the basis of what went on between Tom and these huns, and obviously their word on that. So that would obviously need more opinions and conjecture. Also, I believe the one let me just scrolling back through, like some of the other stuff, like, you know, Tom's room and shit like that, like shit like that is obviously fucking irrelevant, like we don't care about this. And yeah, more or less, like also a thing to get with is like a pattern of behavior, because obviously we're saying like the whole things with this age play shit, that's a whole nother thing in itself too. So that's something where like, that's he said, she said, like I do not fucking know on that. That's another thing that Tom will have to address. But the main thing is like with a good amount of these huns, obviously, with Sacramento being the one fully like first off, at least in this, because like, you know, it's apparently like 3 different nuns, or at least the 2 that we mainly know, which is Sacramento and Katie Clorox. But just going on that basis, like Sacramento, the amount of evidence superficially provided, like the text messages, like they kind of support and co-opt some of the things that Sacramento is saying, but other Johns obviously do not. Like obviously I keep saying this whole time, the things in bed and things and such like that, the whole sexual part to this matter, yeah. And then coming off of Katie Clorox's John, like they have the video that we had just seen. I say, where is it at in this John? That's around like 13 minutes in here. But again, going off of this video, like it just doesn't make sense too, like Hun's response to this, because obviously like if you were experiencing uncomfortable John with Turkey Tom, like, or Torcus Thomas in this fucking case, but specifically during the time of the video, I do not understand why you would go, like, you wouldn't mitigate that situation. Like, obviously, this is somebody that, like, is not giving you good vibes, red flags, allegedly, hypothetically, so just entertaining that still, and even having, like, your friend be like, oh, you may not be in a good situation, and, like, still continuing to entertain this John instead of, like, trying to, your hardest to get out. It just makes me kind of question that John. That's not to, again, say, like, oh, we're totally superficially doubting these Huns, like, on their, the things that they're levying with their allegations. It's just that simply like I say with a lot of these things, specifically for the fucking politics, tangentially auxiliary bullshittery. The context and nuance for some of these are there, which adds more credence to the things being levied. Some of the allegations being levied towards Turkey Tom, and others do not. But even as a whole, like Slop and Mule said, everything that is being levied against Turkey Tom, the only thing we could do is, of course, wait for Mr. Thomas, Mr. Turkey, to respond himself to all these allegations. And obviously, because when things are levied, you'd want to hear both sides. If you just hear on one side, obviously that's biased and that's not getting the full context and or full conjecture that you can get to make your overall conclusion. But from what we've seen, yeah, it's literally just as Slop and Mule said. And I'm sure most of us would say some things definitely do seem off. Some things definitely do seem a bit weird on Tom's end. Like, yeah, we definitely want him to address this. But other things, it's like, yo, if some of these Huns, like I believe it was Sacramento in the one, John, especially with the just in case file, if you cannot prove that things like this actually exist and be levied, then we cannot exactly take it too serious because it's just on the he said she said beats. But for those matters, obviously you want time to address that, and that's where we can build more of a conclusion. But for the things that, you know, got a little bit more to it, could definitely ask questions on that for sure, a little bit more Stanton. And for the things that don't, well, nothing we can really do for that. But all in all, obviously with these things levied against Turkey Tom, it's innocent until proven guilty superficially. So for everything, that's why we need time to address it. So that'll be the next thing for us with the updates on this whole matter of the Turkey Tom allegations being released. But other than that, once more, you already know, you better shout out love of one of our glorious Slop Kings, Slop Emil. He never fails, baby. It's a factual John, bro. You better shout out love of our glorious Slop Kings out in the CDST. You know, I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.
Thank you.